What's up, party people? How's everybody going? Happy Tuesday. Do you have the power? It's today's question. And if you do, how do you tap into it? How do you get and tap into and keep a hold of your power? That's today's question. So as we turn that music right down, I wanted to come and talk to you. So welcome to everybody who's joining me live and to all the fabulous replay watchers, sending you so much love and gratitude. You know how I do. My name is Kylie Pax. I'm Australia's emotional eating coach, and I am here to help you, empower you to take control of your relationship with food, create a body and a life that you love, and to do it all on your terms. Very best way. Coat it in chocolate, do it on your terms. So if you're joining me live, you know how we roll. Through an emoji in the comments box. Let me know that you're here, because today I wanted to talk to you very briefly. I just did a live stream over on my fan page, and I wanted to talk to you about this as well, because it's too delicious not to share. We're talking about tapping into your power, because this is what I was thinking about this morning. It's what I was journaling on myself. I'm like, you know that saying, we've all heard the saying, right? It's like, I'm pretty sure it's a Walt Disney saying or something like, everything you need is inside of you. Like, you already have everything that you need, right? Everything you need is inside of you. And I'm like, dude, what does that even mean? Like, everything I need is inside of me? Really? Because it sounds a little like, looking around me, I don't see everything I need. Where is it? Inside of me? And I was really journaling on this and pondering, right? You know, as you do at 5 a.m. in the morning. And what I came up with was really, I thought, okay, all right. If we're spiritual beings and we really are connected to our spiritual source, and the spiritual source has everything, then it stands to reason that you too do have everything, and it actually really is inside of you. So as I was journaling this out, I thought, okay. So if this is true, you know, and it's actually that Bambi is not going to come in and, you know, Disney birds are not going to come and chirp and sing on my shoulders, and that's how everything's going to be delivered to me. If it's true that it really is inside of you, how do you get it up and out of there so you can start seeing it in your actual physical reality? And I thought, too delicious not to share. So here we are with the 3-step process, which I wanted to bring to you today, because, you know, the way I roll, I don't like things complex. I like to break it down, keep it simple, keep it easy. I don't want like a 45-step map of how to get the things that I want and need in my life. Like, seriously, if it's going to take me any more than 3 or 4 steps, I'm like, too much, out of here, right? Keep it simple, the KISS method, right? That's what I'm all about. So this is how you need to do it. If everything you really need really is already inside of you, you have the power, you have everything that you need, it's very easy to start to see that those things and the things that you want manifesting in your life. If you want to change your life, you need to create if you want to change a new reality, you need to create a new normal. So this is how it rolls, right? Let me turn this down again. It's 3 steps. It's really easy. Sometimes, very often, people like to, you know, sell us these complicated systems, and, you know, here's my strategy and it's 45 steps to success. And you're like, oh, it must be so complex because it's 45 steps. I better listen to what they have to say. I don't think anything in life is as complex as we like to make it. I just don't think that it's designed that way. I think it's our brains that get all caught up and start twisting and turning and, you know, tying things in knots, because we just see the simple explanation, think can't be that easy. Can't be that easy, and so we mess it up and screw it up and make it much more difficult than it needs to be. But really, to get things up and out of you, it's only a 3-step. Why am I holding up 4 fingers? It's only a 3-step process, and it starts with, this is what we were talking about, so delay tactics. This is exactly what I've been talking about with the girls this week in Ditch the Diet Online Bootcamp. This is what we're talking about. It's one of the 5th eating codes that we talk about in the bootcamp, and it is really understanding that if everything you need is inside of you, it starts with belief. If you don't believe it, if you don't think that that's actually true, that you really do have everything you need, the answers to everything you need inside of you, then you're at a loss, right? You're at a loss. It starts with belief. You have to believe that it is true and back that up with step 2, which is to have trust or/faith. You have to have faith that not only are these things possible, but that it is possible for you to actually have a harmonious relationship with food, for you to actually be able to reach your natural body weight without torture, without calorie counting, restriction, deprivation, counting your carbs, macros, and, points, and then mapping everything out in that app. You know the app. We're not going to say any names, right? You know the one, right? That is not a fun way to live. We don't want to be living like that. We want to be creating a life and a relationship with food that's easy and harmonious and simple, not complex, not counting points and calories and things like that. That's very stressful. I used to carry around a food journal everywhere. It was a cute little one. Every time I filled one up, I would buy a new one. And I did not go anywhere without my food journal. And nothing passed by my lips without those calories being logged. Was I getting any pleasure or enjoyment out of the food that I was eating? No, it was just a set of numbers and stress to me. Like counting up, tallying my numbers, like how many numbers have I got before I've hit, 1,000 or 1,200 or 1,500, or sometimes my limit was 500, The things we do, right? The things we do. So really your very first step is to believe. Believe that you do have the answers, and you do have everything you need inside of you, and back it up with some trust and faith that, this is possible for you. It doesn't matter how cray your situation is right now with your relationship with food. Listen, if you've never heard my story before, your situation could not be any crazier than mine. I was completely out of control with my relationship with food. It was a 30-year, what I like to say that my relationship with food was the most deeply passionate and highly destructive relationship of my entire life. 30 years I was completely tortured and really, I ranged from deep depression to when I was at my skinniest, it was like, like I just thought, I was bouncing around on cloud 9 every day. And then, which was sort of like miniature dots on the radar, between all of that, it was just hideous pain, hideous torture, mega depression, hate myself. Like it just went on and on and on for 30 years. Binges, right? Binge diet. It was just how I spent my entire life. There was absolutely no belief. There was zero trust or faith that I could actually achieve this. I had delusional rays of hope because I kept trying to achieve it through methods of torture, like your diets and your so on, right? There was no belief that I could actually do this myself, that I had the physical capability and enough nous to figure it out, to know what I needed to eat, what was going to work for my body, and the amounts. No, there was none of that for me. I'm like, no, because the diet industry tells you you're too stupid. You can't do that. You need us to tell you exactly how much, how many grams, and when, and how many times a day you can eat. Don't eat outside the times that we tell you. And we go like zombies. Okay, please. Side note, let's just be real. Hello, we have enough brains to know when we're hungry and when we should be eating and when we've had enough to eat. We don't need someone in a white lab coat telling us. However, return to topic. So first step is you have to believe. You have to believe that this is possible and that it's possible for you. The second step is you've got to back that up with some trust and faith that, this can be yours. And your third and final step, which is the absolute key, is, and let me put it out there to you. If you really believed, right, and you had the faith and the trust that this was going to happen, what would you do next? If anybody wants to answer, you can throw the answer there in the comments box. If you really believed that this was true and that it was true for you, what would you do next? All right, I'll scroll to see, right, because I can see you all here. Don't think that I can't. Facebook shows me I can see you here. And let me tell you, the next step that you would do, if I said to you, okay, I have baked a fresh baked chocolate cake and it's going to make you skinny, right? And I'm going to give it to you right now. And you would be like, okay, I believe you because I can see you. I trust you because I can also see it right there, and I know you're telling me the truth, and I know you, and that's fine. What would be the next thing you would do? You would take the action. You would move across the room to come and get the cake. Action. action, action, action is the next and final step that is required. And like I say, we talk about this in the boot camp. It is the 5th of the eating codes that we go through, and it all revolves around acting like the person you want to become. If you believe that this was true and possible, if you had the faith to back it up, then what would you do? You would start acting like you knew it. You would move in a certain way. You would speak in a certain way. You would treat yourself and your body in a certain way. You would eat certain foods and not others, because you would know that that would not be honoring your body or your highest calling. It wouldn't be good for you. It wouldn't make you feel good at the end of the day, right? You know this is true. Give me a shout out, throw an emoji in the comments box if you know I'm right, because you know that I am right. If you truly, truly believed that this was possible, that it was possible for you, and then you could act it out, wouldn't you do it? If knowing that acting this, taking the steps and taking those action steps was going to bring you everything that you wanted, wouldn't you do it? It's so simple. 3 steps. 3 steps. It's all that's required. It's not a big drama. It's not a big deal. It's not a 14, step action plan or something. It's really very simple. And it is the key to tapping into your power, and not only tapping into it, but bringing it up and out so that you can start to see the changes and the things that you want manifested into your life and becoming your new reality. So to everybody that's joining me here, I want to thank you again so, so much. I really, really, really appreciate all the likes and the loves and the shares, for everybody who takes the time to spend these few minutes with me each day. I really do appreciate it. And as always, please do continue to send your questions and things through to me, because I so love connecting with you all. Send me a private message. I'm a very approachable girl, I promise. And there are now still positions open. If this is something that resonates with you and you're thinking, yeah, I'm ready to ramp it up, I'm ready to hook it up to a power source to take my life to a higher level, then send me a private message. Let's talk about the next best action steps. Map out a plan that will be the best plan for you, something that's aligned with your needs and your requirements, because I'm not into cookie cutter formulas, right? As you can tell, that's diet industry stuff. They like just stamp out a plan, give it to 10 million people and go, this will work for all of you, just follow the plan. And I'm like, well, no, it won't, because all 10 million of us are very different individual. We have individual needs, requirements, bodies. Come on, let's be real. So we also need a different approach to creating a life and a relationship with food that is harmonious and in alignment with what we need and what we require and what works for us. So if this is something you'd like to know more about, send me a private message and we can have a chat. But as always, really, I do want to thank you again. If you've got any questions or anything else that you want to know, throw them here in the comments box and I'll be sure to come back and play with you again afterwards. But for now, please do remember, as I skip off into a fabulous Tuesday, I want to wish you all a gorgeous, gorgeous day. For those of you who are still wrapping up your Monday, I can tell you've got an awesome, awesome day coming ahead of you. And please do remember, you know the anthem for how we end our live streams every single day. The only person who has the power to change your life is you. And you got to believe it. You got to have faith. You got to trust and take those action steps, because the only person who can change it is you. And you do have what it takes. Sending you so much love. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.